Hey there, welcome to this video for the chords and timing for Cuatro Vientos. In this video, we're just going to go through the chord shapes and transitions and looking at the anchors and connections between the chord transitions, and then just play these chords with the timing through the progression of the song. Thankfully, this song is really quite simple, so it won't take us long to go through that. And this video is for you if you're still working on your chord transitions, you're still working on getting flow between chords, and you just want to work slowly and keep on building up your anchors and connections between chords. Or if you've never heard this song before and you just want to get a little bit of a basic rundown of how the chords go. First, we'll look at the chord shapes, transition, anchors, and connections, and then we'll slowly count verbally through the timing of the chord changes, and then we'll do it with the metronome at a slow, medium, and then full speed. If you're ready just to go straight to strumming or finger picking, then feel free to go on to the next video. So just a little quick note about the capo. In this song, in the original key, it uses capo on fret 4. In this video, I'm just teaching you the open chords just to get the chord transitions, but in the subsequent videos we'll be on capo 4. So just so that you don't get confused about that. So when we're using the capo in this song, it doesn't change anything about the chords that we're playing, doesn't change anything about the transitions or the anchors or the fingers or anything. All it means is that it just makes the song higher when we put the capo on. So the chord shapes are one of the simplest things about this song. So we'll just go through them and I'll show you some anchors first. So our first chord is the A minor, and just to clarify, that is first finger on first fret, second string, second finger on second fret, fourth string, and third finger on second fret on the third string. With A minor, we play from the fifth string. So when we are strumming, we just go from the fifth string. Our next chord is the E minor. And to create an anchor or connection between A minor and E minor, we keep the second finger right where it is and just move the first finger. That's probably the easiest way to do it, because then you're keeping one finger where it is and only having to move one other finger. And then we are strumming from the sixth string. And then when we're going to the G, we are going to be moving the second finger up to the sixth string and the third finger to the first string, and they're both on the third fret. And once again with G major, we play from the sixth string. So it's really good to get those connections between those chords. If we start back again at the A minor, I'll just go through them again. A minor, our connection here is the second finger. We hold that where it is, move the first finger. And then going from E minor to G, we hold the first finger and move the second finger and place the third finger. So they're your connections between those chords. So if you'd like, you can just spend a little bit of time slowly kind of working through those transitions, really mindfully noticing the anchor. So which finger is anchored and which finger is moving, and you know what new fingers you have as well. So obviously from the G to the A, really, you know, the whole thing changes. But those first two fingers, they actually do stay in a similar relationship. It's just that they sort of separate by a string. Anchor the second, anchor the first. And then move the first two down. Anchor the second, anchor the first. So feel free to stop the video and just keep practicing that for a little longer if you need to. This song is actually in a pulse in a grouping of 2, but I will be explaining it to you more in a grouping of 4, because that just helps make the finger picking pattern later a little bit easier to understand. Keeping in mind that a beat grouping of 2 and a beat grouping of 4 is really just a multiple. 4 is just a multiple of 2, so they fit into each other really perfectly. The first chord, A minor, is played for 4 beats, and then the E minor and G are both played for 2 beats. So we'll just slowly count verbally and just strumming one time per chord. So we're going to play the A minor for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the E minor for 2. 1, 2. And the G for 2. 1, 2. So we'll go through that a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor. 1. Anchor your finger. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Think about moving. 1, moving. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's really all there is to it. That's something you can just practice at a nice slow speed without the metronome for a moment if you would like. So let's get into a little bit of a flow with the metronome. We're going to do this at 60 beats per minute on a beat grouping of 4. So our A minor has 4 of these beats and 2 of the E minor and 2 of the G. 1, 2, 3, E minor, 1, G, 1, 2, A minor, 2, 3, E minor. So always thinking ahead and getting ready to move ahead of time. Getting ready, getting ready, getting ready. 1, 2, 3, starting to move. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's with the beat at half speed. We might just try it with the beat a little faster. So this means that we're actually going to double the number of beats in each chord. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means A minor will have 2 cycles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then E minor will have 1 cycle of 4, and G will have 1 cycle of 4. 1, 2, so it's just the beat that's changed. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You've just doubled the number of beats that you're doing. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And this is a good counting exercise to get used to counting things in different ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. So you can see how both counts fit into this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is close to the full speed. It's almost there. We'll just do one more cycle. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to put that metronome up to 130. This is closer to the full speed of the song. It's about 132. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this might feel fast for you at the moment. Give yourself all that time to find your next chord. Use the whole gap to find your next chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change, 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 change. So that thinking ahead is what helps you start to build up your fluency. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, So just to reiterate, we counted that in two different ways. We counted it with a slow pulse and we counted it with a double time pulse. And that, just as I was demonstrating in the counting, you can put that metronome on and either count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's what double time means. It means whether you're counting the slower or the faster version of that. In the figure picking video, I'll also demonstrate this so that you can get a better sense of how this translates into the song, because really the song has kind of two ways you can feel it. You can feel it in the faster pulse or at the slower pulse. And it's really good to be able to sense those two things because it gives you a little bit of flexibility in the way you can feel the time, which is always great for musicality. So just remember to stop the video anytime you need to, go through it again, go through it as many times as you need to keep on working on this element of the chord transitions. And when you're ready, you can move on to the next lesson or go on to some of the singing modules to start working on that aspect as well. If you have any questions, reach out to the community. They may well have some really great tips for you. Enjoy your chords, enjoy the beauty of the harmony, the feeling of these particular chords, what they sound like together. Be really curious about what it is about these chords that makes this song feel the way it feels. And what is the feeling quality of that? When we can connect to that, it brings an extra level of satisfaction to our music playing, especially in these simple dimensions and elements of learning the music. So enjoy your chords, and I'll see you in the next video.